Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to break down exactly how mastering just a few Python fundamentals totally unlocks your ability to harness the magic of AI assistants, like ChatGPT 4o Canvas, so you can build some truly incredible applications. Let's get right into it. The shift we're seeing right now is just wild. Think about it. What used to require, honestly, tedious manual typing, just agonizing line-by-line coding, can now be executed collaboratively with a generative AI assistant. It completely transforms your entire workflow. We're essentially moving way past that era of having to write every single line of code from absolute scratch. Instead, it's a collaboration. You bring the logic, you provide the direction, and the AI, well, it acts as this incredibly fast assistant drafting code right alongside you. But here's the catch. To actually direct that assistant, you absolutely have to speak its underlying language. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the AI coding revolution, move into mastering Python dictionaries, then cover true or false, Booleans, Python comparison operators, logical operators, and finally, making decisions in code.
Okay, Section 1, the AI coding revolution.
To really put this power into perspective, consider this. A complex project that would normally take a month and a half of dedicated head-down manual labor was recently wrapped up in just 2 days using AI. 2 days! The source material really highlights this incredible leap in productivity. When you combine your own domain knowledge with an AI copilot, we're talking about accelerating your workflow by hundreds of times. You aren't just saving a few hours here and there. You are fundamentally changing what's actually possible for a single person to build. But, and I can't stress this enough, the AI completely relies on your instructions. If you don't understand how data is structured or how logic flows, the AI is kind of just going to sit there. It won't be able to help you. Which brings us to Section 2, Mastering Python Dictionaries. When we talk about how data is structured, a dictionary acts exactly like a chef's kitchen. You have specific keys, say, a diet restriction, and those unlock specific values, like vegetarian ingredients. Imagine you're building an AI agent for a restaurant, right? You absolutely need a structured way to hand a user's preferences over to the AI. By creating a dictionary where the key is diet restriction and the value is vegetarian, boom, the AI immediately knows how to personalize its recipe output. It is just a super clean, perfectly mapped system of pairing a specific label with its corresponding data. Now, to actually manipulate all that stored data safely, we use a few really powerful methods. The absolute lifesaver here is .get, which gracefully provides a default value instead of just straight up crashing your program if an ingredient happens to be missing. Think of it this way. If your code goes looking for a spice level key that simply doesn't exist, a standard lookup will break your entire application. Just a massive error. But .get is smart. It looks for the key, and if it's not there, it calmly returns none or a safe fallback, like normal spice. We've also got .pop, which safely removes data while saving it for you to use, and .items, which lets you view all your key value pairs at the exact same time. Moving right along to Section 3, true or false, Booleans. At its core, a Boolean acts as an absolute truth in your code. It's really just a simple on or off switch that helps our program evaluate its current state, like confirming whether a user is currently a vegetarian. In programming, we're constantly needing to make these binary decisions. Did the user pay? True or false? Is the file downloaded? True or false? This data type, which is actually named after the mathematician George Boole, is brilliant because it strips away absolutely all the gray areas. But here is a really crucial point, and it's a massive beginner pitfall. It's all about the absence of quotes. You see, the word true, written with a capital T and no quotes, is a highly specialized command that Python instantly recognizes. But the literal second you wrap it in quotation marks, Python just sees a regular word. It becomes a string, no different than the word apple or car. It completely loses all of those magical on and off capabilities. So definitely watch out for that. All right, Section 4, Python comparison operators. Once we have our data and state established, we have to compare values, right? By using simple mathematical symbols like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, we can automatically evaluate data. For example, comparing the ages of 2 people in a database. It's super easy to check if Isabel's age of 28 is less than Daniel's age of 30. When we run that comparison, Python does the heavy lifting and instantly hands us back a Boolean. In this case, since 28 is less than 30, it returns true. We use these operators dynamically all the time. Say an AI needs to check if a user is old enough to access a restricted system. It just runs a greater than or equal to check on their age, and that resulting true or false dictates exactly what happens next. Oh, and please watch out for this trap.
because it trips up almost everyone starting out. A single equal sign simply assigns a value to a variable. But you absolutely must use a double equal sign to actually check if two pieces of data are exactly identical. Think of it like this. A single equal sign is an instruction. Make variable a equal to 5, but the double equal sign? That's a question. Hey, is variable a equal to 5? Asking the right question is vital if you want to get the correct true or false answer back from your code.
Let's jump into Section 5, Logical Operators Explained. So what happens when we need our code to check multiple complex conditions at the exact same time? Well, think of the AND operator as mandatory requirements for entering a highly secure building. You must have your ID card, and your clearance form, and your passport. If even a single document is missing from that list, your entry becomes false. Access denied. You really need to update your mental dictionary when coding, because AND doesn't just mean adding things together like it does in everyday conversation. It means strict enforcement. Condition A must be true, and condition B must be true, and condition C must be true. If your AI agent needs to verify that an applicant is over 18 and has passed a test, failing just one of those instantly results in a solid false. Conversely, the OR operator is all about optional pathways. It's just like logging into a website. You can use your username or your email or your phone number. Any single correct option grants you access. Python is incredibly forgiving here. It looks at the left side, it looks at the right side, and if it finds a true value literally anywhere in that chain, the whole entire statement succeeds. It is the absolute perfect operator for providing alternative solutions or fallback methods in your AI automations. Finally, Section 6, Making Decisions in Code. Okay, let's tie all these building blocks together to make our code actually think for itself. Imagine you have a massive list of assignments. How do we write code that automatically flags the quick, sub-5-minute jobs so that AI can handle them immediately? Think about it. You've got data pouring in all day. Some tasks take an hour, some take a whole day, and some are lightning fast. We need a way to filter this data automatically, totally without human intervention.
Well, the solution is actually pretty elegant. We simply construct an if statement and combine it with our less than operator. When that exact condition evaluates to true, boom, we trigger our AI to take over the work. It goes like this. We pull the task duration from our dictionary. We use the less than symbol to compare it against the number 5. If the resulting Boolean is true, our if statement basically opens its doors and runs the code block hidden inside it. But if it's false, the code just ignores it and skips right along to the next task. This simple, logical flow, it really is the absolute backbone of artificial intelligence and automated decision-making.
So, by mastering dictionaries, Booleans, and logic operators, you essentially hold the exact spells needed to direct these incredibly powerful AI tools. You now have the structure, you have the logic, and you have the tools right at your fingertips. It is time to stop agonizing over coding line by line and start building the future. The real question is, armed with these Python fundamentals, what incredible AI-powered application are you going to build next? Thanks so much for tuning in to this explainer.